So, here are the 16 ways to build a better social media presence. So, it's effective life. Every brand should be building a social media presence. If you are not in customers' social feeds, you are not in their awareness. What social media buys you is a presence in each customer's mind, whether they are consciously consuming or casually browsing. There is an ever growing list of social media giants to consider. Think LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and more. Each of these networks has its own demographic, ethos, and methodology and requires a subtly different approach. Creating a social media presence warrants a strategic and focused approach. So, let's run through some tips and social media strategies that will help you create a competitive and compelling brand presence. Let's begin with some definitions. What is social media presence? So, social media presence is your brand personality expressed in the bite sized visuals and messages of social media. It's the face you show to the world, reaching both committed customers and first time visitors. Building a social media presence increases awareness and helps define what makes your brand unique. It's also where you can inject personality and humor through a carefully curated social media feed. So what is a social media presence? Social media presence is your brand personality expressed in the bite-sized visuals and messages of social media. Why does social media presence matters to a brand? In 2023, it's estimated that there are 4.89 billion social media users worldwide. That presents a phenomenal opportunity to get your brand noticed. Social media feeds become individually curated reflections of their users likes and values. Brands can respond by creating content that resonates with their audience interests and values. In the Sprout Social Index 2022, we saw consumers' preference for brands that align with their values increase 74% between 2021 and 2022. Consumers want to associate with brands that resonate with their individual personalities more and more. What does this mean for brands building a social media presence? In a word, targeting. Get a social media strategy right and you can achieve virality and take off. Just like Candy Funhouse, whose use of TikTok took the brand from a small brick and mortar business to an online celebrity with over 3.3 million followers. Established brands can hit new heights too. British clothing retailer ASOS achieved a 24% rise in sales during the COVID 19 lockdowns due to its highly responsive social media strategy that leveraged micro influencers and focused on popular lockdown fashions in leisure wear and active wear. A powerful presence doesn't happen by chance. It is strategically planned. Virality won't sustain a brand if it can't ride that initial wave of interest with engaging content and messaging. Consistency is key to an enduring presence. With this in mind, we have put together a list of 16 practices for success in building a social media presence to grow your brand. 16 tips for building a social media presence. The first one is set smart goals. This means your objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Give concrete targets, followers, views, shares. Measurable. How will you know you have succeeded? Achievable. Are your targets realistic? Relevant. Do your KPIs, key performance indicators, measure engagement? Time bound, set a fixed point for assessing campaign success. Take a tip from creators and influencers. They are often explicit with their goals and targets, i.e., help me reach 1 lakh followers. This will help you define a strategy that is focused on the growth you want to achieve. The next one is identify your audience. Social media is all about segmentation. Are you targeting younger users? Then use TikTok or Twitch. Older customers might prefer Facebook or Instagram, whereas B2B sales require a presence on LinkedIn. Identify who your typical users are and zero in on those you want to target. This way, you will reach a segment that's best suited for your business by using tools like Sprout Socials. Audience targeting, you can choose criteria like location, age, gender, interest, and more to target your ideal customers. The third one is be human. With every share, like hashtag, comment, or follow, social media users are actively engaging with your content. To maximize this, be yourself, be approachable, honest, and real. Talk directly and honestly to your customers, and they'll reward you with their loyalty.